Hi guys, welcome back to the Vocal Press episode 2.
Yay!
Today we're going to talk about this guy called Chris Won. I introduced Chris Won last weekend, and he is a celebrity management in Taiwan. So I interviewed him about like the logistics of what celebrity management really is, like the intricacies of it, and how he thinks it's evolving.
In today's episode, we're going to be exploring certain topics surrounding pop culture, dealing with heavy relationships or teamwork where not everybody has the same ideas, and similar topics.
So if you're interested in becoming celebrity management, becoming like an influencer in some way, this would be a very like vital and chief lesson for you.
Or just in general, if you want to look more into how you can deal with teamwork when there are certain issues, take a listen to our past experiences or his experiences.
So basically, Chris Won told me that a day is very dependent. Like he himself is a founder of the celebrity management, so he isn't really like busy that often, but he's a busy guy. Like he told me that sometimes you have to wake up at 6 a.m. It really is dependent on your client's needs. Like the clients he actually comes face to face with are the very like A-list celebrities. Like for example, he was telling me a funny story. He actually works for this guy called Nick the Real. He's like a Taiwan pop artist. And one time, he had to wake up in the middle of the night. He had to help make a impromptu like birthday party for Nick the Real's mom. And it was in a club. And then he said they ended up dancing together. Him and Nick the Real's mom, one of his clients' moms. So I think it's a very like interesting job, you know, where you can like meet, actually build a lot of connections.
Yeah. At the same time, I feel like it's also, there are a lot of pros and cons to having that job.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, at the same time as having a lot of, like, busy schedules, having a lot of different events go on at the same time, you also get to interact with a lot of cool people. Especially considering how celebrities, at the end of the day, most of the time, they're artists.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're creatives.
Yeah.
And they're probably really engaging to, like, work with. Like, the stuff they have to say is probably pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not to glaze celebrities.
Not to put them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
No, I agree though. Like he himself was saying he found this job to actually like be very interesting. You know, he's always like talking to someone new, and there's always like new realms, you know? Like for example, there are obviously fallacies in this though. Like he was one of his biggest clients was also this like I forgot her, I don't think he like specified her name for like client like privacy, but it's like the Angela baby of Taiwan in a sense, okay? And he was like working with her, and she's a very like pretty like Instagram celebrity and Xiaohongshu celebrity, and someone captured a picture of her and him on a private jet just because he was trying to help her, right? Like as her PR manager, like celebrity management PR manager, and then I like started like going viral online because everyone's like, oh, they're saying that she is like a not mistress but like a escort. They started saying there was a controversy. Oh, she's an escort, and he was actually involved in this controversy. He himself, like his face. So he had to do a lot of damage control on that because he had to basically like how celebrity management works is you collab with like PR management, legal resources, like social media, blah blah. It's like a huge like corporation. Like they all work together. So during that occurrence, they had to get a lot of PR control. He had to like remove pictures all over the web, and he actually told the girl to lean into it actually to gain some traction. But he made sure to like remove, like blur out his face somehow. He like because he has connections to like Taiwan news outlets.
Here specifically with like celebrities, it's like sometimes you hear these like controversies online and you're like, whoa, what's going on? You know, but a lot of people, it gains a lot of traction.
It does.
Like, I feel like at the end of the day, you don't really know what's actually going on. So, you know, like the controversies that you see online, they could be real or they could just be manufactured.
They really could. He was telling me that a lot of like PR stunts, you know, there are a lot of those out there. But obviously there are also some real ones. And I don't know. It's like a hard line. It's a blurry line to follow.
I feel like that's also kind of going back to the idea of like how we put celebrities on a pedestal and how we think that they live in like this separate realm for us. That they're like different. They're not regular people. I mean, I feel like fame does change you, but you're still at the end of the day like any other person.
Yeah.
It doesn't exempt you from
I 100%
doing
agree.
any things. Yeah.
Like, we have to kind of, like, level ourselves with them and realize that they can make mistakes. Like, I feel cancel culture, right? Like, it goes a little too far sometimes.
It does.
Yeah.
I remember, like, this is kind of very into pop culture territory, but, like, me and my friend were talking about the other day how, like, the Doja Cat controversies, like, we couldn't even remember what
is the Doja Cat controversy?
I don't even know, but she was, like, canceled or something, and we don't even remember what it was specifically. And it's, like, just, like, some celebrity suddenly gets canceled, and sometimes you don't even know what for.
Was it? Oh my god, it's because she dressed up as Satan, like the red diamonds and shit, right?
Yeah, but that's like not.
It's not like that's a first world issue, guys.
Yeah, I feel like there's just like artists should have artistic liberty. That's like one of the biggest things about being a creative, because if you're not allowed to put out what you think is art, then you can't be a creative and you can't accomplish what you want with your art.
I agree. If you're putting all these like jurisdictions or like, barriers on it, there is just no freedom for expression.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing with like celebrity culture. Like these PR stunts, they're designed to get people to become more famous, you know, to get more people's attention on them. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, do they do that so the person specifically can get fame, or is it because they want their art or whatever they're trying to express to be put out there, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. Like, the whole idea that, like, we have to understand that celebrities are just humans. We're all on the same level. Just because they have a platform doesn't mean they physically have a platform over us, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not just the quote-unquote mundane. It's not just the non-celebrity people that have to remember that. The celebrities themselves have to remember that too, because sometimes they really do internalize the fame. And Chris was actually telling me about this. He said there are definitely some very annoying clients he has to deal with. He called them like divas. Like he said a lot of them like diva out, you know?
Yeah.
Like apparently I'm butchering like the statistics and logistics of this, but it's somewhat like basically Chris's like celebrity management helps the client get like money, right, from deals and stuff. And obviously they take in like 10% and they give her blah blah blah. But then also because somehow in the transfer of money there's some that are given to like other things, or it's some like logistics. And then this client was like saying that, oh, she's missing 100 Taiwan dollars, which is that's 23 RMB, okay?
Yeah.
100 Taiwan dollars is 23 RMB. And Chris's company actually secured this client like a $100,000 deal with like the United States.
Wait,
So
like, also to clarify, RMB, like 23 RMB is like $2.
Okay, scratch that.
$3.
Yes.
We can't do math, whatever.
It's okay. But yeah, she scored a $100,000 deal in US dollars.
Yeah.
And she was requesting that Chris's firm pay her back the $3. Like, and then he said he got really mad, and I think he might have fired this client because he's like, I don't want to deal with this. He did all that work to get her that much money, and she wants $3. So it's like scenarios like that where I feel like celebrities feel like they're above others, or they're just like greed filled, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that definitely does happen a lot when it like the fame gets to your head.
Yeah.
Or like also with the money thing, like wanting to keep more money, but that's how sure there's a lot of books on that, how like the rich stay rich. They don't just get rich, they stay rich. It's because, you know, maybe that $3 difference to them, it's like, I need to keep that,
I guess.
But yeah, it's like, you're right, it's like it really gets to their heads, and I feel like it's hard to keep like humble.
It really is. Like, I can't blame them, you know? It's like, if us as a society do put them on a pedestal, are we to blame them for feeling like they are, you know?
Yeah.
You can't really blame that. But obviously, both parties should try to abolish that.
I know. And I feel like it's kind of, I can only think about APO's history right now.
Okay.
But it just reminds me of how when politicians, like, they get to the point of like being president, and they kind of like they go against their values and do stuff that they think is like potentially better for like their image just because they want to maintain that power. But like it completely goes against their values sometimes.
Oh, like what?
Like I remember when we were talking about how Jefferson and the Louisiana Purchase.
Okay, Thomas Jefferson in his presidency, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or like just in general, when, for example, like politicians or people of power, like they go into that position and then they kind of like, they don't care about their values as much or their morals. It's kind of similar because when we put celebrities on that pedestal and give them that power, like they care more about, they might, okay, we're not saying that all the time, but it just might happen that they care more about certain things other than their values, like their original values before fame.
So like fame can change you.
Yeah,
for sure.
And also I feel like another thing is like dealing with people, like working with people. This is a specific thing that happens a lot with like definitely PR, like public relations. You have to work with people, like managing celebrities or any other job where you're required to do teamwork, because a lot of jobs require you to do that, since most things are accomplished not just by a single person, but like with a group of people. Yeah.
He was telling me that, like Chris was saying that, as I said earlier, how this celebrity management company works, because he's the founder, so he's like the overarching like boss. But there are very like different branches. The PR branch dealing with like PR crises. There's a legal branch dealing with like suing or defamation. And then there's more like day-to-day personal clients. And he was telling me that actually there are many scenarios where you're just like our like personal client and personal like advisor just don't match like personality wise. You really need to like find your client or find your firm.
And also like kind of reminds me of something I heard about therapy, where it's like it's completely valid sometimes for people when they go to therapy to like not actually stay with their original therapist because they feel like it doesn't match, or like they feel like the therapist doesn't actually give them what they need. And I think that's completely valid.
That is valid.
Yeah, because like in school we get put in a lot of group projects where sometimes maybe things don't work out as well as we hoped, but that's gonna happen a lot like in our lives, where we get into a group to do work but it just doesn't actually like go as we planned. But then for things like that, like when you're actually in control of the situation and you realize that maybe someone isn't working as well as they should within a group setting, then I feel like you could like either call them out on that and ask them about it, or just like kind of switch gears, you know. It's like you don't have to always adapt yourself to other people when they're not actively doing the same for you.
I feel like you can go further more than that though. It's like I don't feel like either party can be to blame sometimes. It's just let's say in the therapist analogy, like the therapist has a way of doing things or has a way of helping a client, but the client just prefers like a different way. It's like traditional or like innovative methods, you know. And just sometimes it's a personality issue, because like for celebrity management, for example, the advisor of the client is going to be like a second part of your life. Anytime you need something, you call them. And sometimes the clients are more high demand than your firm can help, you know? Like, for example, throwing the birthday party, that was a really like spontaneous thing that Chris didn't mind doing, because Chris does like the client, Nick the Real. It's a Taiwanese pop artist. But like there are scenarios where Chris, he like his firm blocked off the entire Taipei 101 area to invite a bunch of their own influencers in there to like take pictures or whatever. But then one of the influencers, one of the, not even a big one, a B-list, okay, came and he was like, why is there so many people here? So many people here. I thought it was like a VIP section. And then he decided to just leave. And then Chris apparently got really mad at that. He's like, I blocked off Taipei 101, like the most like famous building in Taiwan, the whole of Taiwan for you. And it was like a weekend night, you know? And that celebrity was still saying, oh, I need a VIP like area, you know?
That's like, that's really high demand.
Yeah, I don't know. That's getting a little,
Someone's expectations are a little high.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's just, it happens a lot where people, they expect something or they have like certain ideas in their mind, and you can't really convince them to think otherwise because that's just who they are. Yeah, so obviously I agree, like you can't blame either party sometimes. It's just like a matter of growth and whether or not like people can work together and mesh.
There's another thing I kind of want to talk about is how like your career options or career choice kind of changes. Like Chris was telling me when he was younger, he actually did not want to do celebrity management at all. He instead wanted to be those people on TV. He wanted to be a celebrity himself. He wanted to, like, he said, entertain people, make people laugh. And he's saying that he kind of found a middle ground. Like, he had to compromise, you know? As in, there are certain moments where he is in the spotlight. Like, for example, that scandal he had on accident. And it's kind of interesting how, like, your career options do change.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I can see that, like, even within my own family. Like, for example, my grandpa, he was an English major, and then he became, like, one of the first people to work on the internet, you know, like, coding and stuff. It's just, like, a big jump.
That is a big jump. Wait,
and then my dad, he wanted to be, like, when he was younger, he wanted to be a mathematician, and now he's, like, teaching history. Like, not everyone in my family does the same things, you know? I was just taking those two examples because, like, those are very clear distinctions. But you also, I think we talked about this last time maybe, like how school is not for everyone.
Yeah.
Or like, just like another accessibility thing. There's like, people are very different and you can't expect that everyone has the same like standards or everyone has the ability to do the same things.
Yeah.
So like, school may not be for everyone. And I feel like life just takes you where life takes you.
Wherever the wind takes me. Let's go wherever the wind goes.
Go with the flow. No, but
yeah, I agree. I do.
Definitely keep like career options open.
Yes. Don't box yourself. You know, think outside the box.
Yeah, think outside the box.
Yeah.
Reference.
Yeah, you know, don't box yourself into one thing. You're ever changing, in my opinion. I feel like identity is always fluid.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, your interests today might not align with your interests in a year. And you don't, life changes, life happens. You know, different situations outside of your control may happen to you. Yeah.
Definitely. I also feel like you change a lot as you grow up.
Like, you for sure do.
Definitely, like, when you're in high school, when you're in college, that might be two, like, different people, or two people who'd want different things, you know? And then when you're out of college, that's another person who might want different things. And if you know what you want to do in life, that's amazing already. Like, nobody is stopping you from doing that and, like, pursuing your passion. But at the same time, it's also definitely okay to not know. It's definitely okay to also, like, keep your career options open, because there are just a lot of careers that we also don't know about. Like, sometimes I go online or, like, I go search for career options and, like, oh, I did not know this was a thing.
Like, you know, okay, bro, you know what I was doing the other day? I was really curious, guys, on how words are made.
Yeah.
You know how they're made? Basically, it's like, you don't get to submit a word either. You can't make up a word, be like, oh, no one's, like, found this definition before, I'm going to submit it. It's not submission. They invite you to become a word. Isn't that really cool?
Like, they invite you.
The dictionary, Merriam-Webster, though, the dictionary, Merriam-Webster dictionary, has a application form for words. But the official, like, British dictionary, the official dictionary, they have to invite you to become a word in their dictionary.
That's so cool.
That's so
I didn't know that.
And there are people who review words. Like, there are specific careers that you work for the dictionary, okay? And you look in trends. What they do is they analyze trends. They see, like, TikTok trends, what's popping up. Like, for example, that's how hangry became in the dictionary. Hangry was not a word.
I didn't know that was an actual word.
Hangry's in the dictionary.
Oh.
Because they're like, oh, a lot of people are using it. And yeah, you're right. There is no actual definition for this exact term. So they're like, okay, this can be a word. Then they invited. So my question is, does someone own the word? They invited hangry to become a word. And then now it is. It's quite interesting.
I mean, it is interesting. I feel like one of the greatest writers of all time, like Shakespeare, he literally made up like half of the words in his writing.
As he went.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, actually.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And like a lot of the words, also like, I'm not sure if it was words or like idioms or stuff. But like a lot of the things we say today are derived from that, and that was made up. So again, like
everything's made up.
I feel like a lot of the slang we use could be potentially like included in the dictionary because we use it so often.
It could.
And like, yeah, that's another thing that's so interesting, like linguistics. And that's like a field that, you know, you could potentially explore and you probably didn't even know about before, that you could be so entrenched within that area, like with making words. We never even think of that.
So cool, yeah.
But yeah.
And also, like, for career options, you can kind of think that, like, you know, careers are, like, changing as we go because of technology.
Definitely.
Yeah. And that was another thing, like, Chris was talking to me about. He was saying that with the rise of technology, he's had a rise of clients that are influencers instead of celebrities. And he was saying it's, like, a whole different thing that you have to kind of learn because for celebrities, there's no algorithm. But for influencers, he says, there's an actual algorithm, you know?
Yeah.
Like, TikTok, blah, blah. He looks at trends. He looks at trending sounds. But for celebrities, it's like a whole different world.
Exactly. I feel like celebrity culture is definitely different from influencer culture.
Yeah.
And definitely the technology thing. I remember, not sure of the exact statistics, but it's like in 15 years, the whole job landscape will look completely different because of technology.
And AI.
And AI, definitely.
AI so scares me. AI scares me so much, guys.
So scary. Did you see like the Jake Paul AI
Oh my, yeah.
So scary too.
Did you guys, well, why am I talking to like parasocial? Did you guys see the Jake Paul makeup video, how he came out?
No, but that's also crazy. Like the deepfakes, the AI stuff.
Wait, it's so real, guys. It's so scary.
Like, I can only tell because it's like a little bit rough, but like how fast AI is developing is insane. Like the whole scandal of the AI actress Tilly Norwood.
Oh my gosh, I saw that. That's weird as hell.
Like, AI is actually gonna like potentially transform how we see celebrity culture, because they're to like save money or gain more money. I feel like studios might incorporate more AI.
You think AI will have PR scandals?
That's like another like really interesting topic to think about. Like, can we even hold technology and like artificial intelligence to the same standards that we hold our people?
Okay, hold on. Hi. Okay, guys. That is all for episode today.
Okay. If you want to hear more from us, please comment any topics that you want us to talk about. Subscribe. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.